Okay, let's move on to the SAT practice test 8 from College Board, section 4, math section 4, that's a calculator allowed. Okay, let's start from number 1. They said 1 pound of graph costs what, $2, right? And at this rate, how many dollars will C pounds of grapes cost? So we use the proportion, make two ratios. So we put like the pound on the top, and then the dollar put as a denominator. Okay, we're gonna make this kind of ratio. So they told you that 1 pound equals what? $2. And then at this rate, how many dollars will C pounds of grape cost? C represent the pound, so C should be at the bottom, at the top there. C pound on the top as a numerator. And then how much US dollar, we don't know, put as X. So we're gonna solve this proportion. So you cross multiply. So you got 1 times X equals 2 times the C. So that means X equals 2C. So that's why A is the answer for number 1. Okay. Okay, let's look at number 2 now. Okay, the graph here is this. This is the horizontal axis is time for the month, first month, second month, third month, and then the vertical axis will be number of the figures sold. And based on this one here, they ask you on what interval did the number of the figures decrease the fastest, right? The most. So you can, that means you look at the slope. Of course, I'm not looking at this one because this is what? Increasing, this is increasing, it's increasing. But they ask for decreasing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the decreasing now here. Look at decreasing here, okay? The decreasing here, this is decreasing, right? And this is decreasing. So which one's steeper? Of course, this one's steeper. So this part is steeper compared with this one. This is flatter. So that's why in between month 3 and 4, the number of the cells will be decreased the most. So that's why C is the answer for this one. Okay, let's look on number 3 now, okay? This one's still using the proportion. They told you that out of 200 cars, sampling of the 200 cars, you have 3 have the manufacturing defects. So you put like the defects here first. Okay, the defect over, so the defects over what? Over the total. We're gonna make this ratio. Okay, so defects is 3 out of 200, right? Okay, make the same ratio now. Because at this rate, they ask you how many of the 10,000 cars, the same model, will have the manufacturing defects. So the 10,000 is the total. We'll put as 10,000 here at the bottom. And then the numerator here, we should put as X. That's what we're looking for, how many, right? So after you build up the proportion, the two fraction equal, so you can go by what? Cross multiply. All right? So you're going to have what? You're going to have 200x equals to 3 times by 10,000. Right? and then you're going to find the x, so you're going to divide it by 200 divided by 200, okay? Cancel. So you got x equals to 300, so let's use the calculator faster, okay? So you go by, that's 30,000 divided by 200. You'll get 150. So that means you have what? 150 defect cars. So the choice must be for number 3. It should be the A, right? 150 here. A's answer. Now let's look at number 5. Number 5, they said what? In the figure above, line L, this here you have 2 lines here, L and M, they are parallel, right? So if they're parallel, we know that this angle, we call them as a corresponding angle. So if 2 lines parallel, transversal by the 3rd line here, right? This is the 3rd line here. So you will see that these 2 angles must be equal, okay? This one equal. So that means this is also the y. Okay, and then they told you that y equals 20. So this angle equals what? 20 degrees. And the z, this angle equals to 60 degrees, right? So they're looking for what is the x here right now. So we know that within one triangle, look at here, this is the one triangle here. You have what? 3 angles add together must be what? 180 degrees, right? So that means we have what? X plus y plus z equals 180 degrees. And then the y here is 20 degrees. And the z here is 60 degrees. You add it together and add by x equals to 180. And then if you solve this question, so you're going to have x plus 80 degrees equals, so this add together, right? So 80 degrees equals 180. And then you minus 80 on both sides. So you will get x equals to 100 degrees. So the answer here for this one is B. Okay. Okay, let's look at number 4 here. This graph is the horizontal is the width, this is the vertical is the length, and then this is scatter plot for the data, right? So they drew a best line of feet from here to here. So when you have this one, they told you that the best line of feet is y equals to 1.67x and the plus what? 21.1, right? So from here, you can see that they told you if the width is 19 millimeters, the 19 you can substitute to the x because that's the width for 19. Okay, so you will get what? 1.67 times by 19 and the plus 21.1. So from there you can do the calculation now. 1.67 times by 19 and add by 21.1. You will get what? You will get the number here is 52.83. So the answer here, we can see that this is a C. Okay, now let's go to the number 6. For this one, they have two kinds of tickets sold. One is sitting on the bench, the other one is sitting on the lawn. So the number of the tickets sold for the bench, we put as the B there. Okay, we put as a B. That's the for the bench. The number sold for the bench is the B. And then the number sold, the number of tickets sold for the sitting on the lawn will be the L. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we know that B plus L. They told you that total how many tickets sold? They told you that what 350 here. So that's why you have 350. This is the number of the seats sold total. And the money collected, they told you that for the one you can sit on the bench is $75 for each ticket, right? So what you're gonna do is what? You use the 75, that's for one ticket, and you time the B, this number of the bench tickets sold. So this is total sales for the tickets sitting on the bench. And then you add by the number of the money collected from what? From selling the tickets sitting on the lawn. That will be what? Because that one, each ticket is cheaper, is $40 each. So you got what? 40, right? But you got time by what? 40 you need time by the L, right? Because you have what? L tickets sold, this kind of ticket sold, and each ticket is 40, so 40 times the L. That's how much money you collected from selling the tickets sitting on the lawn. So together will be the total sales. We find they gave you the total sales now here. They gave you total sales here is what 19,250. So this is 19,250. Okay. So this is two equations available for this question. So let's look at here which one match with this one here. Let's look at here. B plus L is 350. So this one, and this is 40. No, not this one. Should it be this one? 40L and plus 70B, 75B, right? So this one is same as the D here. Okay, let's go to number 7. The 7 here is in the XY plane. The graph of which of the following equation is the line with a slope of 3? Because the general form is what? Y equals what? Mx plus b. And the slope is the m here. So let's see here. This one match. This one. You see here? Slope is 3, y-intercept is 2, but they're not asking for the y-intercept. And the A is not the answer because the slope is 1/3. And B is not the answer because it's 1, slope is 1. And the D is not the answer, slope is 6. But only the C, the slope is what? It's 3. Okay? Okay, let's go to number 8. We have this equation. They ask you what, which of the following is the possible value of x plus 1, right? So this one you simply time both sides by what? By x plus 1. So this one you time by x plus 1. Okay? So you're going to cancel the side. So you're going to have what? X plus 1 times by x plus 1 will be x plus 1 squared, and it equals to 2. And then square root both sides. So when you square root both sides to find the x plus 1, so x plus 1 will be equal to square root 2. Of course, when you square root both sides, you're supposed to have addition and subtraction. That's two answers. But this one, they just say one possible answer. The choice here is the B here. So that's why number 8 is B. Because the negative they're not choose as the answer, so we don't need that. So we just say this one is what, like the B sound. Okay, let's look at the number 9. For this question, based on the graph here, okay. The first step is this. They told you that this volume of this one equals what? 473 cubic centimeters. Or you can think about this about like 16 fluid ounces. Okay, depends on what unit they're asking, so you can choose different numbers. They told you that what is the value of K in the centimeters. So if you say you want to find in the centimeter, so you have to use what? The 473, because this is a cubic centimeter here. Get it? So now I'm going to make what? This one equals to 473. That one equals to what? 7 pi over 48, and then times by what? K to the third, right? Now how do you find the K? So I'm going to continue put it here, okay? So K cubic will be equals to what? You need time by the reciprocal on both sides of this. All right. So you only have what? 473, and then time by the reciprocal of this one, because this side you time by what? 48 over 7 pi to cancel this one. 7 pi cancel. 48 cancel. So on this side, you need time by the same thing, right? So that's a 48 over 7 pi. So you time on this side on both one. Both sides got the same one, right? So now after you time this too, you get what? This one already canceled already, right? So this one canceled already. So you have only K cubed there. On the right side, on the left side, you have what? 48 over 7 pi. All right? Of course, it's over 1 like that. Huh? So you can find the K to the third power will be equals to, so we can directly go by this. We can just put a K there, okay? So if just the K, you're going to have what? Cube root is a cube root, okay? That's 473 times by 48 divided by 7 pi. So we simply use the calculator so we can get this answer quickly, okay? Let's do it now. So you have what? 473 times by 48. You get whatever first. And then you divide it by parentheses 7 times pi. So you get this one. And then you do cube root, so 2, the cube root, right? So you can get cube root. So it's about like a 10.1. If you round it off, it will be like this here. This one will be the answer will be 10.107. But if you round it off to the 10th place, 100th place, you will get what? D is the answer. So for number 9, D is the answer. Okay, so that's the way we do this. Okay, let's go to the number 10. See, this kind of the container, right? The water pours into this container. And then if like this one here, at the beginning, the water, the height, because you put the water in at a constant rate, and then the bottom one is skinnier, and the top part is getting higher and higher. The top part will be what? Fatter, right? So that means at the beginning, the water increases faster, and then gradually the water height will be increasing slower, right? So that's why A is not the answer. A said along the time passing, the height of a level will be increasing at a constant rate because the slope of this line is straight, constant. So this one actually is not for the container like this. This one is for the container of what? Like a cylinder. You see? If you have cylinder there, the bottom and top along the way up always got the same size, section area. So that's why the water increasing at the constant rate. But that's not the case for this case now. Okay? So A is not the choice. The B. The B shows that what? Because here you can see the slope here. So you can get what? Like this one here. This slope is at the beginning is what? At the beginning, the slope is flatter. Here, flatter. And then later on, the slope is getting what? Steeper. And even steeper, like this. Huh? You get it? So, this case is what? Not if the container is not like the one given, it should be like this. Like this one. Okay? At the beginning, increasing slower rate pace, going up, and then later on it's getting faster and faster. Now let's look at the third one, the choice of the C, okay? The C here is okay, look at the C here. The C here is this. At the beginning is what? Increasing faster rate, because the tangent line is steeper. And later on getting flatter and even flatter, right? So that's the case for the case of our question, like this. Okay? Now for the D here is what? The height and the time, the height keeps the same. That means the water is at a certain level and not increasing. That's not the case for this question, because this question, they keep pouring water into the container. So that's why the correct answer for number 10 will be the C. All right? Okay, let's work on the number 11 now. On this one, they have assumption that, okay, the assumption is what? 1 glass equals what? Equals to 16 fluid ounce. Okay, that's the assumption. But this question, they're not giving you this one, but they have to assume that, okay? So right now you have 1 gallon of water, and which equivalent to 128 fluids, right? Fluids ounce. And then each glass takes 16 fluid ounce. So that's why you can fill out the glasses with how many times. You gotta use the 128 divided by 16. So you will get what? You will get 8 here. So the answer here must be B. Okay? But I think this question, there is something not that complete, because they're not giving you that what? They're not giving you that 1 glass is equivalent to 16 ounces. Okay? If you knew that, you can do this one. All right? Now move on. We go to number 12 now. When you do number 12, let's move up. Okay, let's move on to the number 12 here. This one, this person sells the insurance, and two kinds of insurance policy. One is what 50,000 policy. The other one is 100,000 policy. Okay, and we assume they told you that they assume what they sell X for the that's a 50,000 policies, and the Y, which is what 100,000 policies. So they told you that his goal was selling at least 57 insurance policies, and but this guy did not meet the goal. If it's not meet the goal, that means X plus Y should be less than 57, right? And about the sales, the money, right? So you have 50 times by, no, 50,000 times by X. That's how much money of the sales for the 50,000 insurance policy. And then we add by 100,000. That's 100,000 policies sold. What Y of them? So add together, they told you what is over. They told you it was over 33 million. So that means what should be greater than 3 million. One more zero here. 3 million. Okay. So when you look at that one, you can see that C is exactly what do we have here. So that's why number 12 is C. All right.